What's up, Gunpla modelers? This is Strider Prime, bringing you a new edition of Gundam Models. Happy Halloween! I hope everyone is having a good day today. Despite the fact that I think Halloween is technically officially canceled. Kind of sucks though. I can imagine a lot of kids who probably wanted to have their first Halloween are not going to have it because of the stupid pandemic that we're having. I think we're about a month, maybe a month and a half away from the pandemic being officially a year old, and this pretty much has put a damper on everything. This is like our new way of life, and you know, not many people are expressing any type of acceptance, you could say. But for those who wanted to take their kids out today for trick-or-treating, you know, I feel you guys. I can understand that it's a fun time. It's a fun thing to do on a day like today. Halloween falls on a Saturday, and it's a full moon. So, if you guys are gonna do this, please use your head. Use your head. Be very careful out there. You know, it is a bit frustrating. I know you guys are frustrated at much, and I could be frustrated as well. But just use common sense. That's all I ask. Please be safe. Please. That's all I ask. Finished up this old guy. I really am enjoying the Zaku 2 SD. It's really neat. I was gonna buy the original SD Zaku 2, but it always looked a little, you know, squinky and all that stuff. And when I look at this reminds me of MS Saga. For those of you who don't know what that is, MS Saga was a video game that came out on the PlayStation 2 or 3. Was it the 3 or the 2? I think it was the 2. Which was basically in the world of Gundam, but it was an RPG, which was really cool. They had Mobile Suit Gundams, but they were all in SD format, you could say. But they were a little, you know, slender, taller, not as stocky and short that we're all accustomed to. So this, when I look at this, I'm reminded of MS Saga. I still have the game, and every now and then I'll pop it into my PS3, or I don't know if it will work on the 4, and just play it. Just it was a little frustrating in certain missions, and I would have to go to an FAQ text file to figure out what to do next, or where to go, or what I have to beat. You know, what mobile suits have to beat. I think I remember one instance where I was trying to defeat the Zamels. There was like there was a set of Zamels, a set of Apsalis. I forgot what the other mobile armor was that you had to go through. I don't think I had the Zaku 2 available in my team, but it was a cool game. I really did like it. So seeing this reminds me of the game. It really does. I'm surprised that, you know, I mean, sooner or later we're gonna probably see other variants. Maybe they'll do a variant of the Black TriStar, or maybe they'll sell parts to make it as a high mobility type, Johnny Ridden version, you could say. Or hey, what was it? The Psycho Zaku from the Thunderbolt series. That would be cool to see something like that. But the painting on this came out really nice. The paint job on the green was good, especially that thick green. And I have to thank the someone who actually was posting comments on the second to last video. And you're absolutely right. When you have paint that is thick, the last thing you want to do is mix it inside the reservoir of your airbrush, because it may settle down in the bottom and it'll be a pain in the ass to remove. And I have been known to forget to do something like that. Fortunately, I always keep forgetting, I have these spare bottles, and I just remembered it, so I can take one of these bottles right here and put the paint inside, put the thinner in it, and mix it and make sure it has a nice consistency, and then pour it into the reservoir and use it. So I have that's something that I could have done and I should have done, but it came out alright. It worked out pretty well, don't you think? Look at that. It's really neat. Very nice. Very nice. I kind of dig this little guy right here. Surprisingly, that's the only paint that I have that's really thick. But then again, I have to open up each and every bottle and check what I have. Which is something I have to do the next time I get ready for painting. You know? And also, what was it? Well, there is a bit of an issue right here that I guess maybe not many people are aware of. Only a few. And I think it's about time I share this little issue right now, because I did not post a final video of my G40, and there is a specific reason why I did not do that. Let me just set this up. So as I was building the G40, I was also building the Zaku 2 SD kit at the same time. So once G40 was done, I shift over to Zaku 2, and that's it. And my last video of the G40, I did a lot of weathering, detailing, you could say, to bring up the best out of this kit. And it came out really nice. It really did. And I was impressed with this. So you understand, I had hold on a second. Hold on one second. Alright, there we go. I spent a good 2 days detailing it, weathering it, and preparing a video, and wanted to show this to you guys, and I was like, oh wow, this came out perfect. Just as I was watching on YouTube, many recommendations, and I have to shout out to all those who sent me these recommendations to me. And I was like happy, very happy that this came out, and I wanted to share a good photo shoot with everybody. But then something happened that I have to share this with you guys, and I'm embarrassed to share this, but I have to, because I've invested so much time and I don't like to lie. I really don't. Here is my G40. Now, at first glance, looks okay. Doesn't look any problems. Here is the front, but here is the back. Now you guys are probably wondering, WTF happened? Well, after I finished paint weathering it, I said, oh, okay, let me get my top coat and give it a couple of sprays to make sure I protect the paint. Problem was, I did not grab the top coat. I grabbed something that's not the top coat, and it turned out to be a primer. After 2, maybe 3 swipes, and I always start from behind, after 2, 3 sprays behind this little guy, and I started to see it turn white, I said, is it frosting up on me? Is it, I think that's frost. It should clear up any moment now. And it did not. When that happened, I lost my well, you pretty much understand what I lost. I messed up this whole back area. Look at that. And what's worse, as the particles were flying about, especially when you work with spray cans, it started to wrap around the kit and messed up a lot of the front parts, especially all the decals that I put down, everything. And this is not Mr. Hobby's, Gunzo's primer. This is Tester's primer, you know, the nice little thick amount of primer that you could spray on, and you're like, oh my god, that thing is completely thick, and oh my god, look at that, look at that. This is horror. This is the horror. And I kind of shut down when that happened. I couldn't show it to anybody, but I said to myself, I do have to show it to somebody. I have to show it to you guys. I said, I'll show it to you guys after I'm done with this, because this was done already. I didn't, of course, make the same mistake with this guy. Of course, this one came out okay. But all this work that I just put in for this. Give me a second here. I can't believe this had to happen to me. And what's really worse, this happened to me twice. Because the last time I did a debacle like this was when I was making the Master Grade Jagan about 2 years ago, where I pulled out a can thinking that it was my top coat, and it turned out to be blue paint, and I'm like spraying blue paint on my already tannish Jagan with all the decals on it, and I'm saying, what? And I tried to save it, and I couldn't. I had to redo the whole thing again, get new decals again. I was like, how can this happen? And then doing this, I said, you gotta be, damn it. Alright. Clearly, I am not the only person has done that has this little accident. I mean, many people out there has probably done accidents with their model kits. And, you know, must have drank a lot of rum just to get through the day. I mean, thank God I didn't have this ready for a competition. I would have been losing my goddamn mind if that was the case. I mean, I have backup model sets, of course, but this was I mean, okay, many people did not like this kit, and I loved this kit, despite the fact that it had its own little design features that did not fall well with everybody. I still liked it. It was a great kit, and it had its merits. And so, where do I go from here? Many people say, and people that I know, I can go back to this mobile suit and clean it. I can take it apart and repaint it, retouch stuff, redo the whole thing again. Pretty much, I'm probably going to do about close to 90% of it, because a lot of it was messed up. Not to mention the fact that I gotta now redo the decals, and I don't know if I have enough. I should have enough, but I was like saying to myself, no. I'm the type of person that I guess this is an OCD of mine. You know, once I'm done, I'm done. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to see it. I want to go near it. However, fortunately, a friend of mine, Maverick, if anybody remembers who he is, he's Miguel, who brought his kits to GBWC, MosquitoCon. He has won a few awards here and there. He offered to clean it up, to take care of it. And in all due fairness, as much as I'd rather not, I should do it myself, I do want to move on to my next kits. And for me to work on this will take too much of my time. And you know what? I have to go back to some older kits that I haven't even finished yet. That's another thing. So I'm sending this to Maverick, and you know, I will pay him, of course. He said this will be a collaboration. He's going to take care of it for me, and I know he can do a better job than me, or hell, maybe much better than me. So I'll be sending this kit to him, and we'll review it again when I receive it. But I will definitely give him credit. So there we go. It is what it is, but that is my Halloween horror for the day. My Gundam horror, as you could say. Alright, so I have nothing to show off that I've purchased or anything like that. We're about 2 months away from Christmas. We're seeing a lot of kits coming out soon. The Bound Dock, the Heavy Arms is out, so if anybody's planning to get it, hopefully you guys do. That Bound Dock is ridiculously big. We're going to be getting, of course, the Perfect Grade RX-78-2 Unleashed. The month of November, we're going to be getting the version Kotoki of the Wing Gundam. Ooh, yes, I am kind of waiting for that. A couple of Build Fighter kits that I'm not a big fan of, so I'm not really going through hoops on that. We'll discuss more stuff as it comes along. Obviously, we'll be seeing some sales kicking in, whether it's from obviously from Hobby Link Japan, and one last thing, of course. I don't know if Gundam Planet will have a Small Business Saturday sale. Clearly it's not going to happen. But let's see what they do, because they'll do something. Online purchases, you know, things like that. The only thing I purchased recently, so I needed to fix, I think I showed this in my videos with this guy, was the airbrush. One of the airbrush was not working, and I discovered that it was the nozzle. So I purchased this Neo for Iwata CN nozzle. Little guy right there, that I'm going to use on one of the airbrushes that's not working, to test it out, see if it works. So I got that guy right here. So that is it. The one thing is, I am expecting a kit that's supposed to be coming in. I don't know if I'll get it today or tomorrow. Maybe today, who knows. But I am planning to build this big boy right here, which fell on top of this guy. Rightly deserved some. Let me just put it next to the coffee cup. It'll be a lot easier that way. Sorry about that little guy. You don't need to be deserved. Jerk. There we go. So I will be working on the Barbie. Beginning the month of November. Working on the Barbie. Let's see if I can do some... Let me see if I can redeem myself building this guy for you guys. Okay? With that being said, I'd like to thank you guys all for watching. Stay tuned for more Gundam models yet to come. You guys all have a great